going on there, guys? We back with another one, and today we got to talk LeBron James and the Lakers. Now, the Lakers currently sit in the 8th spot, trending upward, getting healthy at the right time to go into the playoffs to actually go into the play-in situation with a full roster and some chemistry. They're getting better and better each time out. LeBron has been integrated back into the lineup, and look, that lineup they had the other night against the Bulls, they put that game away early and controlled it throughout. And even you have people even saying, like, if that's who they really are, then they can win the entire thing this year. So, just a few weeks ago, or like a week ago, Mario Chalmers said that nobody fears Brown like they fear MJ. And you had Isiah Thomas responding to that, and this is what he had to say.
But Isiah, as we go through all those videos you just saw, what was the one that stuck out to you?
The Lakers at 8. I mean, the Lakers at 8. A month ago, we had the Lakers dead.
Dead.
I mean, just straight dead.
LeBron's
before the trade
gone,
deadline, everybody hated them. This is the worst season ever. They're never going to make the playoffs. And now they're 8. And not only are they 8, but they're playing well. And I forget who said, well, nobody fears LeBron and all this other stuff. Well, let me just say
Mario
this,
Chalmers.
right? Them 7 teams that are above
1 through 7.
1 through 7.
Yeah.
There's not one team that's saying, I want to play LeBron and the Lakers in the first round. So there is some fear there. I mean, you're looking at the Lakers at 8. That's the thing that surprises me the most. And that's a team that I think that nobody really wants to face. But that Timberwolves team is pretty good also.
Okay, and you also had LeBron addressing Anthony Davis last night, and he had some interesting comments. There's been a lot made about AD not preferring to play center. Even when Frank Vogel was there, he didn't like how he was used. Then you had certain reports come out that LeBron and AD might not be seeing eye to eye. And then you had the whole thing where LeBron broke Kareem's record, and then AD, wasn't applauding, wasn't in unison with the team. He was sitting off by himself and pouting. And then you had LeBron, the clip where they were on the bench. LeBron said, no matter what happened, bro, I love you. And so people were like, is it trouble in paradise and everything? And LeBron offered a little insight into that without actually saying it, because we'll see AD's play diminish at times, and it seems like it's an effort thing. And this is what he had to say.
Well,
when Anthony's playing like that, I mean, how much room does it create out there on the court for the rest of the
he
guys?
always plays like that. You just gotta kick him in the ass every now and then. But he always plays like that, so I ain't never worried about him.
But I guess in terms of when he's got going like that, the space he's able to create on the court for the rest of you guys?
Well, he's one of the most dynamic players that we have in our league. And especially when he's shooting the ball like that, especially from the perimeter, he's able to knock down a 3-2 that kind of open up the space, then it just makes him even more just unguardable, and then it just helps the rest of the team. And for us, as the supporting cast, we just try to do our part, try to find them early and often, late and often, go from there.
So as you can see in that clip, LeBron said that sometimes he has to kick AD in the rear end sometimes to get him up to the level he should be performing at. And this isn't uncommon amongst alpha talents on the team. I think the problem is, you heard right there, LeBron said us as the supporting cast. He's waiting for AD to go ahead and take that step and be that guy for that team. I don't necessarily feel like AD can be that. He's looking at LeBron as comfort for him, if that makes sense. Not saying that AD, isn't closer to his prime, or that he can't lead the team in scoring and everything, but he looks at LeBron as like the big brother / leader, and he still performs at such a high level. LeBron cannot be the supporting cast. I ain't gonna let him get away with that. It's you and AD right there together. But I get what he's saying. For them to be the best that they can be, AD has to match his level. It's a confidence thing. He's trying to boost his confidence at times to go ahead and take that step. Now, we saw AD perform at that level in the bubble, but it's a lot different, a lot less taxing on the body whenever you could play at a resort and bust back to a hotel. It takes the travel out the equation, get you some ice on your body right away, and you ain't got far to go. Everything is within a couple miles. So that I ain't saying it's easy because they had to beat everybody else. Everybody else had the same opportunity they did. But as far as AD's injury history, I felt like that bubble played a role just in him staying healthy throughout. So AD seems like him and Bron are in a happy place now, and I feel like from what they wanted Kyrie Irving, and I never agree with that completely, just bringing him in. Think about the games Bron had to miss a few weeks ago. Do we know that AD and Kyrie, just them having the talent, is just going to win basketball games? Because, I mean, you have to look at it. Kyrie and KD was struggling early this season, and then, they disbanded, and now you got him struggling with Luka. So what I'm saying is it just takes more than offensive talent out there on the floor. Even though AD can make some plays defensively, are they going to mesh? Are their personalities going to gel together? That's something, especially when you see LeBron is the clear leader for the Lakers. AD and Kyrie, I don't know if you have a leader out there in those moments. And I like these new guys. You get Vanderbilt, you get role guys, and you round out the roster. You know what I'm saying? It's rare to get one player that's as good as 3 or 4 players, especially if they are contributors. They fringe starters, bench depth players. It allows you to absorb some of this time LeBron was out. Didn't they go 8-4 when LeBron was out, something like that, 9-4? They were able to withstand that rough patch right there, and that's because you have depth and you have a lot of players that can come in and contribute. And you're not so heavily leaning on one player always being healthy. So I like what they added with Vanderbilt, and then you got Vanderbilt. He can guard some of AD's, like some people that AD's guarding, and he can guard who LeBron's guarding. You can put him on the point guard. His defensive versatility has been just about as important, and his youth has been just about as important as anybody else on this run for them. You got Austin Reeves being used right, D'Lo scoring the ball. Malik Beasley hasn't been shooting well lately, but he's had some games here and there. And so, man, going into the playoffs, this team has all the momentum, and they're playing with house money. See, they're coming in a totally different team than the team that was faced, that many faced early on in the season. And when you look at it in that way, who really wants to see them in a first round series? If they win their first play-in game, they advance, they go to the 7th seed. But they'll at least get a couple cracks at it, so I don't know. I don't know. Nobody wants to see LeBron. Denver doesn't want to see LeBron and AD. Historically, in a playoff environment, that hasn't been good for them. Ja in the Memphis Grizzlies, they do have Jaren Jackson Jr. And they have youth on their sides, but do you really want to trust Dylan Brooks trying to stop LeBron? De'Aaron Fox and those guys, I watched them a little more recently. They're young, they're exciting. I don't like them defensively against the Lakers, because a 7-game series, when you have a chance to plan, and man, that could go bad. But they're in a bad area anyway. If you look at SAC, they look like they may be playing Golden State, and that's so unfortunate in the first round for them. Now Sabonis will be able to eat. Fox is going to do his thing, but man, are they going to be able to knock the world champs out? All they got to do is get one in your gym, and so that's going to be tough for them. But I feel like the Lakers, any of those teams, the Clippers, any of those teams, man, and they wouldn't see them in the first round, but just the top 3 teams I'm looking at. And most specifically, it looks like Denver's going to finish 1, Grizzlies going to finish 2. So they're either, if they don't lose the 2 play-in games, they'll get Denver or Memphis. And who y'all taking in those series? Let me know in the comments. Hypothetically, if the Lakers get Denver or they get Memphis, who are y'all taking? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.